In today's episode, I want to talk about Robert Greene's 48 Laws of Power and the 4 laws that I have implemented in my own life and why they have worked for me and how they're able to work for you as well. Hello everyone, my name is Gia Lulich, author of Joyful Journey, a guide back to the wild self. This is my self-empowerment series where I like to share with you all of the hacks that I have implemented in my own life and to challenge you to try them out yourself. If you've had a chance to read Robert Greene's 48 Laws of Power, you'll know that there's a lot of mixed reviews about this book. A lot of critics have come out saying it's manipulative, it teaches you how to get the best of people, but I think it's an incredibly fascinating piece of work. It provides some really valuable insight into human nature, and if you haven't already had a chance to read it, I would definitely recommend it. So the first law I want to talk about is always say less than necessary. First of all, saying less than is necessary gives you time and space to observe the other person and read the subtext of what they're saying. It allows you to sit back and observe where the person is coming from, whether what they are saying is actually matching with their body language. And as you do this over time, you become very sensitive to, what people actually mean when they say certain things. People will be more inclined to listen to what you have to say and take you more seriously when you're not constantly going on and on and on about everything and anything. This makes you seem like someone who listens and someone who's observant and someone who's considerate of others, and also maybe even a little bit alluring and mysterious, because you are leaving room for people to think about what you are really saying, and you're giving them the opportunity to dig deeper with you about what you actually mean. This is also an incredibly good filtering system. Let's just say you're on a romantic date and you're considering someone as a long-term partner. This gives you the opportunity to check how interested they are in you, because if they're really interested, they'll keep probing you for answers when you're saying less than necessary. Whereas if someone just brushes you off and continues on talking about themselves, that is probably a sure sign that either they're not a good listener or that they just don't really care about what you have to say. Saying less than necessary is a law that you can apply in every single interaction in your life, and it is a sure way for you to come across as someone who is patient, who's willing to listen, and also who measures what they say and comes across as someone who is powerful and has something of importance to share. The second law derived from Robert Greene's 48 Laws of Power, which I love and have implemented in my own life more so naturally because of my personality and because I have a lot of different interests, and it's recreate yourself and don't let others define you. I think naturally we're all incredibly multifaceted. We all have different sides to ourselves, and I think the optimum version of someone living authentically is someone who gets to express most, or if not all, of those versions of themselves in different ways. The point of this law is you are the author of your own life. Don't let external influences define you and put you in a box. You have to make sure that you're being true to who you are and all the different facets of you, and that you are expressing them. The third law is master the art of timing. It's incredibly important to act from a place of centeredness. Whether this is responding to an argument, whether it's responding to someone inviting you somewhere where you're not sure you want to go in that moment, instead of giving the response straight away, take your time wherever you can. You do not owe anyone anything, and no one owes you anything. So if you can afford to take the time to get yourself into a centered place, into a place of clarity and certainty where you can respond from that confident, centered self, then take the time. I've had miracles manifest when I have waited for the right time to do something rather than acted from a place of, I should be doing this. If something is a bit of a twisty issue, let it go and wait for the inspiration to come to you. And I promise you, there will be a moment where light bulb goes off and you think, yes, now is the time to act. Now is the time to say what I want to say. Now is the time to make that phone call, send that email, etc. The other part of mastering the art of time is something I made a sure about recently, which is that you want to make sure that you are moving through life at your own pace. Make sure that you're taking in your surroundings and you're not rushing around and completely ignoring everybody in front of you, because that not only makes your moment-to-moment experience richer, but it also makes you look like someone who is powerful, who's someone that moves at their own pace and is actually in charge of their own life, rather than someone dictating that they need to be somewhere or they need to rush around. You'll notice if you observe your senior management at your workplace, it is always the PAs, the EAs that are actually rushing. The person in the senior position is always looking really calm, centered, together. You can see that something about their rhythm is not in sync with everybody else, especially not that of the person who is below them. And the last law, which I love to implement, is win through action and never through arguments. When someone gives you their point of view and you don't agree, hold back your point of view and win this argument through an action that confirms that you're right. So let's just say, for example, you decide that you want to take a course, and everybody around you is saying, no, it's too expensive, like you'll be a starving artist. Let's just say you wanted to take an art class and everyone's like, that's a terrible idea, you won't be able to make money from it. Instead of actually arguing with them, just say thank you for your feedback and go out and become a successful artist. Like, go out and make something of yourself. I think that is the most powerful thing you can do. Making the choice to have that argument, you're losing time and you're not actually going to prove yourself or prove your point to them in that moment. So those were the 4 laws of power. I'm just going to quickly recap them. So first we have always say less than necessary. Recreate yourself and don't let others define you. Master the art of timing, never be in a hurry. And win through action and never through argument. Since it's the beginning of the year, I challenge you guys to implement one or all of those laws and let me know in the comment section below whether it's improved your life, whether it's worked for you, and if it's actually shifted anything for you. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please do subscribe and I can't wait to see you in the next video. Ciao for now.